When I wake up in the morning, I open the chest where my son is kept. I rub his small head and whisper, "Good morning," even though I know he can't hear me anymore. I hope he doesn't think I forgot about him. I hope he knows that I won't. When my son got a fever and died, I wouldn't let him go. He was just a baby, but he was the only thing I had left. So I turned to the stories my mother had told me as a child, as well as the rituals and myths I had learned. It seemed so easy to follow the rules for bringing someone back from the underworld. I laughed at the stories of people who had failed, sure that I would have more willpower than they did. I pushed my way through the fields of night, where I found my son's soul, which was very pale and hard to see. I never looked back as I led it all the way back to his body. I knew I had made the right decision when my son opened his eyes again and smiled at me. He laughed, ran, and played like he always had. I thought I could even act like nothing had happened. Then, a few days later, I saw that his skin was getting worse. At that moment, I saw what I had done. I didn't bring my son back to life. I had only returned his soul to his dead body. I tried to make him feel better as his body grew bigger and worse. He cried out in fear day and night as his skin fell off his bones. He didn't stop screaming until his throat was gone. I tried to go back to the underworld to put my son's soul back, but the way was closed. I lied to death and got to keep what I stole as punishment. When his ligaments finally broke, I collected his bones and put them in an old chest that belonged to my mother. For my son, only the best would do. Sometimes my son's bones stay still in his chest for hours or even days, and I dare hope that his soul has gone back to where it belongs. But his bones always start to rattle again sooner or later, so I know he is still alive. I used to want nothing more than to have my son here with me. But now, I'd do anything to let him die.